Nothing ever needed a knower. At some point, the idea appears that experience needs someone to know it. That knowing feels subtle, almost innocent. But notice this, experience was already happening before the idea of a knower appeared. Sound didn't wait to be heard. Seeing didn't wait to be owned. Thought didn't wait to be claimed. They were already complete. The sense of I'm aware is not awareness. It's a reference to experience appearing inside experience. That reference is what introduces distance, not because anything moved, but because something was added, a center. Once that center appears, everything seems to happen from somewhere. Awareness feels located. Time feels real. Continuity feels necessary. But look carefully. Before the reference, there was no problem with experience continuing. And when the reference drops, nothing disappears. Nothing collapses. Nothing goes blank. Nothing needs to be restored. Life doesn't need a knower to function. Knowing was never an activity. Awareness was never doing anything. Experience doesn't require supervision. The habit was never thinking, it was checking. Checking creates the sense of someone here. Not because someone exists, but because monitoring implies a monitor. When monitoring stops, nothing special happens. Experience doesn't become silent. It doesn't become profound. It doesn't stabilize into a state. It simply stops organizing itself around a reference point. There is no final clarity here, no maintained seeing, no correct way to remain. Because what's being pointed to was never participating in any of this. And that's why this doesn't need to continue. Not because it ends, but because it was never a process.